dark, too dark, too dark to see, too dark to cope, too dark to move. Darkness is everywhere, and it's suffocating. Suddenly there's one beam of light coming from somewhere. It's a small light, but it's enough for me to see what appears to be a huge wrestling ring. And I'm in the ring. As I look up, on the other side of the ring is my opponent, and there's a lot of them. And I look behind me, all I see are two, but they're outside the ring. And my opponent, him and his thousands, are all in the ring. It doesn't seem fair. As I look at them all, they're all glaring back at me with nothing but hatred and disdain in their eyes. Who am I to fight all of them? I can maybe fight one or two, but all of them? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. So I just go after one of them and just hit him square in the face. And he falls flat to the ground. Okay, I think to myself, this might be easier than I thought. Not too bad. So with arrogance, I set out to attack another. But as I go to hit the one, I notice that he has turned into 10. Suddenly, fear creeps in and I run back to my side of the ring. I can't do this. I can't do this. And that's when I hear on the left side of me, tag me. Come on, tag me. I got you. Come on, tag me. I got this. I can defeat them. Tag me. So out of fear and desperation, I tag Old Man. You see, Old Man is my past self. The confident part of me who feels I can do anything and everything on my own. And out of my own strength, I can do it. Old Man is comforting. Old Man tells people off, cusses people out, hits people, and does whatever he wants without any hesitation. Old Man doesn't care about what's right or wrong. He just does what feels good to him and to what feels good to his flesh. He doesn't think about the ramifications. I'm envious of Old Man. Old Man's kind of like my hero. So while I was sitting in the corner, crying and weeping, I watched Old Man take care of the 10. He used his words, his behavior. He even used his attitude. It appeared he defeated the 10. So with his nose in the air and his chest poked out, he marched right back to the side of the ring, right back to where he came from. I felt so safe, but it was only for a moment. But this safety brought about some confidence, which allowed my strength to be restored. So I got up, prepared to fight more. I can do it. Because it felt good to know I really wasn't by myself. I could always tag Old Man if I needed to. So the fight continued. I won some. And for some I had to tag good old Man. And he seemed to win some too. After a while I realized Old Man really wasn't fighting the opponent. But it looks like they're dancing and having a good time. They were high-fiving and giving each other dabs, laughing and joking around. Old Man? You're not on my team? Old man, you're not really on my side? Old man, please, old man, I need you. You really don't have my best interests at heart, do you, old man? I don't know who you are anymore. Don't get me wrong. I know old man. Old man was me. But he was me before the change. He didn't transform and become new. Old man used old tactics that seemed to work, but when I really think back on it, they really just got me more in trouble. After that realization, I sat in the corner of the ring, ready to give up. And as I sat there at my knees, my face in my knees, fear and loneliness came over and sat next to me. I couldn't fight them anymore, so I just embraced them. And it appeared they were crying with me, but really they were just laughing. I knew I was defeated. So it's time for me to get up and face the inevitable. It's time for me to accept my defeat. So I got up, dust off my legs, dust myself off, and I was ready to go join the adversary. Child. What's that? Did you hear that? It's really, really small. Like a small voice coming from my right side. Child. Did you hear it again? It appears they're calling my name. And it's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. It was so small, but yet so loud. I tried to see where it was coming from, but fear and loneliness began to pull harder, strongly urging me over to the other side. I used everything in me to see who was calling me, but my strength was gone, and I was tired. I stopped fighting and began to give in. Then he stepped into the ring. I was able to see him, adorned in holiness and righteousness, radiant. He radiated with joy, peace, and love. I was drawn to him, and I cried out with the last little bit in me, "Help! Help!" He didn't speak. He didn't move. He just looked. And with that simple look, every single one of my opponents scattered, and I fell to the floor. He came to me and said, "My grace is sufficient. My power is made perfect in weakness. When you are weak, then I am strong." That's when I knew that he was the Holy One, and I held my head in shame for not tagging him first. But with his love, the Holy One picked me up and carried me over to where the enemy and old man were communing and having fun. By then, all the enemies had left, but there was still one body lying lifeless on the ground. As I focused my eyes and looked closer, I saw it was Old Man. He was dead. The Holy One's presence killed my old man. That's when I realized, and I learned, never to tag Old Man, because he is dead. And it's the Holy One who brings victory and righteousness, and it's only he who makes all things new.